Oh my God. No, you're not going to be touching me. You're not going to touch me. You don't touch me. You tell me why I'm being detained.
You both are going to be under arrest for child abuse and go with these two gentlemen.
That would make you run to your neighbor's.
Let him figure it out.
You can't go inside yet. You're under arrest.
This is one of the 4 moments when police officers arrest a female child abuser who thought she was above the law. But before getting to her, let's take a look at this woman who even tried to gaslight the victim's parents. It started on the 10th of July 2023, when officers were dispatched to an apartment complex after receiving reports of an adult neighbor a male juvenile. Upon arrival, the officers quickly assessed the situation and spoke with the suspect's daughter, who began lying from the very start.
I got a few questions. Are you involved in this incident that happened earlier with the kid or whatever getting pushed around? No?
That kid came to our property, knocking on my mother's door.
So it was your mom who was involved in it?
Yeah, but...
Well, where's your mom at? We'll talk to her.
She's actually not.
No? So that lady yelling right there is not your mom?
I want to talk to her.
So your mom is here?
Yeah, she's here.
So you're lying to me already?
I'm not lying.
She wasn't lying, I just got here.
Okay. So what's going on between
Well,
you and
I was here and that little boy came in my house and put his fist up to me. He was like this, okay? And I'm not gonna let no little boy disrespect me. I don't care how old they are. He came knocking on my door.
For no reason.
Right? For no reason. Knocking on my door. Knocking on my door. Look, they vandalized my car.
Yeah.
First they
She's
scratched
been
my
having
car.
problems with that.
First they scratched my car. Now they took a piece off of it. I'm putting up enough. Okay?
And then he comes to her door.
And then he comes to my door. And you think I'm not gonna, just because he's a little boy, I'm gonna let him hit me? Or threaten me?
He walked up these
Yeah,
stairs?
he walked up these stairs and knocked on my door.
He told me actually.
Yes, of course.
The woman alleged that the underage boy vandalized her car, knocked on her door, forced his way inside, and then punched her. As outrageous as that sounds, she continued to double down on her side of the story.
But someone vandalized my car. You want to see where they vandalized my car?
You can see the piece.
Look, they took my piece off of my damn car. They scratched my car, and I'm supposed to live with it. Okay?
She behaves as though assaulting a juvenile is justified simply because she suspects he might have damaged her car. The officer, aware that she is lying, attempts to make an arrest, but the suspect doesn't surrender that easily.
Oh my God. No, you're not going to be touching me. You're not going to touch me. You don't touch me. You tell me why I'm being detained first. B, tell me why I'm being detained.
Put your hands behind your back now.
No, tell me why I'm
Put
being
your hands
detained.
behind your
No,
back
fuck
now.
that. You tell me why I'm being
calm
detained.
down.
Call the lawyers. Call a lawyer.
Put your hands behind your back now.
Why
You're
am I
being
being
detained
detained?
pending further investigation.
For what?
As of right now, you need to do what I'm telling you
No,
to
I'm
do, or you're
not.
going to get taken.
I'm not doing. Do what you want to do. Hit me. Hit me.
record it.
Turn around
Tell
and
me
put your
why
hands
I'm
behind your
being
back.
detained. That kid came to my house.
Put your hands
That
behind your
kid
back.
came to my house.
Turn
She
around,
told
put
me
your
the
hands
truth.
behind your back.
cooperative with you. Why
Turn
you
around and put
detaining
your
her?
hands
She was being
behind your back.
cooperative with you.
Turn
You do
around.
it, okay? Dale, golpeame.
Okay, I'm
Throw me on the ground.
Because
Go
she was
ahead.
being cooperative.
Because I didn't do nothing
You're
wrong.
being really wrong.
Okay? No, get back it.
Turn around.
No.
Let us wait a second.
Fuck off.
The officer showed kindness by giving her the chance to surrender and comply peacefully, but the Karen stubbornly chose to resist, fully earning the consequences that followed.
I'm recording your music.
Back up.
Oh my God.
Back up. Put your hands behind your back now. Put your hands behind your back now. Put your hands behind your back now. Put your hands behind your back now or you're going to get tased again. Put your hands behind your back now, you're going to get tased again. I'm going to tell you one more time. Both of them, on your stomach now. On your stomach, behind your back. On your stomach, behind your back.
You got it, Juan. You, Paulina, you and your friends kicked my ass.
I knew when she was talking.
I didn't do nothing wrong.
Why you had to do that?
I don't care. It didn't even hurt.
When the officer attempts to escort her to the police car, she resists yet again, going so far as to grab at the officer. Little did they know, it only made her situation worse with an additional charge.
Stand up.
And then you put her
All the way up.
for no reason.
Don't fucking grab me. Do not fucking grab me. Do you understand that? It's gonna end real bad for you. No, you're not gonna get anything. Don't fucking grab me. What's the matter with you?
I'm shaking. My legs are shaking.
That has nothing to do with grabbing me in my crotch.
my God,
Don't grab me in the crotch.
My stomach hurts.
I don't care. You don't grab me like
Push
that.
me in my chest.
He hit
You
you?
could have asked me to move.
I told you multiple times to back up. It's all on body cam. Walk.
Yeah, told me to record that.
Walk.
No, fuck you.
Yeah.
You're an asshole.
Uh-huh.
Good, you're an asshole.
Okay.
At all. And you are done. You're done. I did not hit your son. Your son came to my house.
Stop talking to him.
He came to my house.
I don't care. You got anything on you that's gonna stick, poke me, or hurt me?
I don't.
Oh, I tried to. You didn't listen.
No, but I didn't do anything wrong. They came to my house.
Yeah, well, now you're under arrest for resisting.
That's all right.
Yeah, okay. Let's go. Stand up. Let's go. Back up!
She was talking to you.
On the other side, or you're gonna go for obstruction too.
I am.
Back up,
Hold on,
please.
just back up.
I am
Back up, please.
I am back up.
Back up,
I am
please.
back up. I am
Perfect.
back up.
Thank you.
Taser really knocked my ass out. You know?
That's the point of it.
I know it did. It hurt my tummy.
When I went that way, if you want to try to buck up on me.
No,
Back
but
up.
I didn't do anything wrong. Those kids came
Sit
to
down.
my house. How
Sit
can
down.
I do something
Well, you
wrong?
could have been cooperative and we could have figured that out without
but I
placing you
told
in
you he
handcuffs.
came to my
Sit
house.
down for
and
now.
you
We're
didn't
going
want
to
be
figure it out.
cooperative. I told you he came to my house.
Back up. Sit
¿Y
down.
por qué tú me estás haciendo esto?
Watch your shoe.
Si yo te dije que se me vieron mi cara.
After the officers put her in the back of the car, the woman, instead of regretting her actions, chooses to imitate and gaslight the juvenile's dad.
Yeah, and
cannot
his
afford
father's a crackhead.
If you cannot
His
afford a
father's
lawyer,
on drugs.
if
That
you
kid's
cannot
father's
afford
on
it,
drugs, and I'm gonna let the court know.
are you done?
Yes, I will let them know.
If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be appointed for you before any questioning if you wish. If you decide to answer questions without a lawyer present, you will still have the right to stop answering at any time. You also have the right to stop answering
You
at any
searched
time
their
until you
house?
talk to a lawyer.
Did you search that kid's house?
Do you understand each of these rights as I've
Yes,
explained them to
sir.
you?
Yes, I said.
Have you previously requested any law enforcement officer to allow you to speak to an attorney?
Yes, I asked for speak for attorney.
So you're telling me right now that you don't want to be questioned, you want to talk to a
I
lawyer?
want to talk to attorney, then I have no more rights to
Time
let
is
you.
currently 10:01 p.m. This
Ay,
concludes the
ay,
incident.
vete pa' carajo.
So as of right now, you're being placed under arrest for
Ay,
resisting.
dale, llévame a la cárcel.
That being said, we're going to conduct our interview over here.
Yeah,
You might be going to
and you
jail
better
tonight
make
on
sure
a
that
felony,
make
okay?
sure that father does a drug test because he's a crack.
All right.
After handling the situation with her, the officer approaches one of the witnesses, who had also been attacked by the woman during the altercation. Once the cops get her statements, they don't take long to escort the woman to jail. She was taken to the police station, but the victim's father decided not to press charges, and as a result, the woman was only charged with resisting arrest with violence. She was also sentenced to 24 months of probation and some community services along the way, with a fine to pay. While this abuser was a neighbor, sometimes the oppressors turn out to be the kid's own parents, just like in this next case. On January 16, 2024, the police department responded to severe allegations of child abuse involving a pastor. Keith Holt and Candy Holt were accused of abusing and neglecting their 8 children, beating them with a wooden board, locking them in small rooms for days, and depriving them of food and water. The officers arrived determined to take action against the couple. The officers get inside the house and calmly explain the situation to the old couple before quietly placing them in handcuffs.
You both are going to be under arrest for child abuse and can go with these 2 gentlemen. All 8 children are now in protective custody. We will have a conversation when I get to the police department.
Okay, I know you're gonna be nice, so I'm gonna put it in front for you, okay? That sound
You
good?
get some shoes here.
Both Keith and his wife do not resist, knowing it's pointless to argue against a well-informed and fact-checked arrest. The officer later escorted the couple to the police station, both in separate vehicles.
All right, since your hands are in the front, go ahead and try to buckle up for me. Thank you.
Thank you.
You go ahead and do this door, and then there'll be a seat right there. If you could just sit right there for me. Are we booking them? Yeah, 1 count, just one. 1 count of.
Initially, officers expected a single child abuse charge, but further investigation revealed the severity of the case. Keith Holt was charged with 3 counts of felony child abuse and 1 count of neglect, while Candy Holt faced 3 counts of enabling abuse and 1 count of neglect. The 8 children, aged 2 to 17, suffered severe mistreatment, including beatings for minor infractions and being locked in bathrooms without food or water. The couple was booked into Kay County Jail, each held on a $100,000 bond. However, this is nothing compared to the next case, which, unfortunately, includes a lot of bloodshed. On February 21, 2022, Shad Therian was picked up from his mother's house by Taylor Shabusiness, with whom he was having an affair. When Shad didn't return home for the next few days, he was reported missing, prompting an investigation. 2 days later, Shad's mother's boyfriend contacted the police, claiming he had discovered something related to the case in his basement.
Do you want to stay with those two? I just want to see it.
Yeah.
Where's it at?
Go right there. Look right. There's a button where it's on.
Just too bad.
The officer spoke to Shad's mother, who was unaware of what her boyfriend had seen. After seeing the horrifying item for themselves, the cops understood why the man had kept it a secret until they arrived.
Hold on. That's all right. 4 at 1, 80%. I know you're busy over there, but this is actually what it's going to be. It's not going to be a 961 thing or a 96 thing, so we're going to need more units here. That's no problem.
The officers have just discovered Shad's decapitated head inside a bucket with other organs mysteriously placed around it.
Rather than later, that'd be appreciated. We've got quite a bit of blood down here. I want to clear this rest of this house. We've got 2 people in the house for sure.
Taylor Shabusiness was arrested and confessed to murdering Shad Therian. After using meth and trazodone, they engaged in intercourse, and after Shad's death, she strangled him further, sexually assaulted the body, and mutilated it with knives. She was charged with murder, corpse mutilation, and third-degree sexual assault. In September, her attorney entered a plea deal of not guilty by reason of insanity, but 5 months later, Taylor attacked him in court. Afterward, Quinn filed to be removed from the case, and Taylor was sentenced to life imprisonment without parole. Undoubtedly, she is a psychopath. And the same signs can be seen in the next woman who attacked her neighbor's kid without any reason. On January 28, 2024, a deputy on routine patrol was flagged down by a woman who reported that her neighbor had attacked a boy for distributing flyers and offering yard work. The deputy exited his vehicle to speak with witnesses, while the offender obstructed the arrest from across the road.
Stay right there. Okay, stay right there. I'll be talking to you in just a second.
So my kids are out riding their bikes, so I heard yelling. I'm like, okay, one of my kids are fighting, whatever. Come out. And she was like going crazy. She tried to steal his bike. Like, it was her. She was the aggressor.
Okay.
So I saw the same thing. I'm on my way up to Montgomery, and I saw these two in some sort of verbal argument. And
Hey! Stop, please!
There's something wrong.
And then
Yeah.
physically, so she began to chase him, and then she went after the bike, and it was when he took his bike back from her that she struck him several times, and he just kind of shielded himself, walked down the street. That's when I stopped.
I stopped him. I just was like, I don't know what to do. Can you call the cops?
So you saw her hit him?
He went into this house right here. He started walking away, and then
I'll go.
I was getting ready to call.
Stay in your porch. Stay on your porch. I'm not going to tell you again.
Okay.
Stay on your porch.
The officer picked up the flyer from the road and then tried to approach the victim, but his furious father came in the way and interfered just in the nick of time.
Where do you live at?
Right there,
Okay.
where I told him to stand.
Okay.
Just my
That's
stuff's
fine.
open. I don't.
You're fine. You're fine. I'll come get some information from you in a minute. 10th floor.
No, not her, not the one by the top, the one
Who done it?
over there.
Stay over there.
Ma'am?
Stay over there.
Go get her.
Stay over there.
Find her son.
Let me do my job, please. Let me do my job.
You need to go get her.
Let me find out what's going on.
Do right, man. She gonna put her hands on him?
Hey,
Hey,
I just got here. I'm trying to do my job. Please, let me do my job.
phone call that somebody's attacking my son.
And I'm trying to find out what's going on. I just showed up too.
Well, don't let her go.
Sir, look at
Hey,
me.
I'm standing here. Go get her.
Stand over there. Let me talk to your son. I don't know what's going on.
She tried to attack him.
You weren't here.
He,
You weren't here. Let me talk to him, sir, please.
Yeah.
I gotta do my job.
Eventually, the deputy talks to the victim, who explains the complete situation, which makes a lot of sense given the suspect's innate nature.
Tell me what's going on, bud.
I was putting flowers all up on
Okay.
houses.
Sir, hey. Forward.
Thank you.
I went over there to that house,
Okay.
and I was about to put a flower up. She started talking to me, and I couldn't understand what she was saying, so I came closer to her. And she's like asking questions like where my dad works, why am I trying to do this and all that. And then she just stole my flowers. And I was like, can I get those back, please?
So she grabbed, you had a bunch of them, she grabbed
Yeah,
a bunch
I
of
had it in
them.
this orange thing.
Yeah, he's, trying to make money.
And I'm good with that.
Yeah.
That's okay.
And then she ran over there to that house, said,
Get his information, please.
she went over to that house, so that one I can't really see too well because of my glasses. She stole my glasses too.
Where she still got them?
She break him.
I can't tell you. She stole.
Took him off her face.
Yeah, I'm telling you, she tried to put her hands on me.
Okay. Will you guys do me a favor? Hang here for a second, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right.
She just went around that corner over there.
Yeah.
The deputies approached the women's residence and found the victim's glasses, but the suspect was nowhere to be found. At the time, the deputies make an unprecedented discovery, which makes the case even more complex and confusing.
She's not related to this guy over here. She doesn't. It's not her husband. She's just saying.
So she just lied about it.
Yes.
She went a random
Okay,
stranger.
so that's why she ran back there. She
She lives in this house. She does live in this house. He just confirmed that. The next step is I want to know what you want to pursue charges against her.
Is she mentally handicapped or something?
Honestly is not it's something I can give you to tell you to make a decision.
They're telling me she sounded like she's slurring and up.
Mm-hmm.
That's yes. Put her ass in jail.
Okay. So
But
you want
if she's mentally handicapped or something, like, where's her people looking after her? Like,
She's
you know what I
She's
mean?
not mentally handicapped. We need like.
Okay, if she's not mentally handicapped, ma'am, yeah, she like you don't put your hands on a minor. He's out here trying to do good. All his boy does is go to church, go to the gym, and go home.
I get it.
You know,
what
go
I'm
to school.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you some paperwork. I need to get a written statement from you, okay?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
grab that. I got that from him.
We'll put this in the truck.
All right.
Later, the officers approach the woman again and soon find out that she is not actually mentally ill, and instead a deliberate oppressor who happens to be very manipulating and morally evil.
What happened with you and this young fellow over here?
Come over my house and said, "Sir, get away from my house."
Okay.
He said, "I'm selling a sir."
So he came to knock on your door?
Yeah. I
Okay.
did
Then what happened?
Paperwork.
Uh-huh.
I was so scared. He said, "I'm going to get you." I said, "Sir, leave me alone." Paperwork here. I ran into my neighbor's house, so scared. He called 911. I hope he did. I ran into my house and I went to bed. But yeah, he scared me.
How did he scare you?
This is the point where the woman starts lying and creates fake reasons in order to justify her assault on the minor. However, it backfires, and the cops initiate an arrest.
You can't go inside yet. You're under arrest.
For what?
For battery on a juvenile.
A juvenile again.
Yeah, he's only 17 years old. Don't pull away and don't resist.
I told him, "Get out of my yard."
Well, when you call him over to your yard,
I did not.
ask him to come to your yard,
No,
and then you
you
go
don't.
break into your neighbor's house
No, you
without permission and try to destroy his property that you took out of his hand.
My neighbor said that?
You did that.
You did that.
Did my neighbor say that?
All right,
Wow.
walk this way.
Can I get my shoes on?
You can walk this way.
Sure. God, I'm in my own home.
Unfortunately, you weren't in your own home when you battered a juvenile.
He come to my house. I told him to
Okay.
get the hell out of my yard.
Again.
I'm gonna get my dad. Get my dad. Did you get your dad?
Please, zip your lips.
Get your dad.
Have a seat. Have a seat. Have a seat.
Pay for it.
Have a seat. Now you gotta resist him. Charge. Get in the car.
I'm not arresting you.
No, I'm arresting you.
No, I'm not
After getting arrested, she made things worse for herself by resisting and then refusing to identify herself. In the end, she was charged with battery on a juvenile, larceny for taking the flyers, burglary for entering the neighbor's house, and resisting without violence.